So meditation, obviously, for me personally, meditation did one thing. That one thing was calming the demon in the mind, calming the noise in the mind. So meetings happened, travel happened. So a lot of, as my corporate career progressed, a lot more responsibilities. I set up the first cloud business. Again, very new business. At the same time, working with the clients, working with the managers. So it was meditation gave me that courage, gave me that confidence to kind of go ahead and do new things. In terms of healing, also, prior to that, I used to get cold every month or every other month. And then over time, either because of reduced worrying or reduced things, so I never used to get that frequency of cold. In fact, when I started off my career, so for me, all answers, every time I used to have an issue at work, at home, either with my boss or something not working fine, something I feel bad about, right? So invariably I get pointed to a book and then I open it, I read it, I get an answer. So service is that practice, a laboratory for us to see how evolved, how transformed we are compared to others. So one thing I learned from my service and the wisdom and meditation practice is not to worry about anything. There is no need for us to worry about anything, either personally or otherwise. As long as you're open to receiving guidance, as long as you're confident, right, things will continue to happen. You continue to absorb. This whole journey has been so magical, and the essence of it is not to worry. My first spiritual book or new age spiritual book that started my journey in 2000 was The Power of Now. Now is about being in the present moment, though it took us several years to be practicing that being the present moment. And to me, now translates to no worry.
Good morning, friends, and good evening, friends. My name is Aruna, and I am from St. Louis. A warm welcome to all of you for Day 3 program. A brief introduction about me is I started my meditation journey close to 2.5 years ago with Buddha CEO Foundation. And it transformed my life. I would say a 360 degrees change in me. I started loving myself. I became the best version of myself. I enjoy the time I spend with my family and my friends. Not only that, I also understand all the thoughts, what I have is the reflection of what I see around myself. So meditation has been a big instrumental tool in my life to enjoy every moment of the life. A simple analogy I would like to share when it comes to how meditation helped me transform myself is like if you have any electronic device or a phone, and if you know like it gets jammed or it is not performing well, all you need to do is empty some space. Just like that, you have to practice meditation, and that is what helps. That is what happens in your mind. It empties your mind, and when you have empty mind, you will have receive more energy, and your mind actually works on the right things. It fixes the priorities, and it understands the reason why we are here and what is our purpose. And that is where my spiritual journey started. And I'm so grateful for the Buddha CEO Foundation, Chandra sir and Vani ma'am. I'm deeply, always grateful for you for starting this wonderful program. And there are people around the world who are seeing the same benefits like I do.
Happy evening and happy morning, friends and masters. So welcome to Day 3. And Aruna ma'am, very rightly, she said, how we empty the space, right? When some of our application doesn't work. So that is how meditation, through emptying our mind, it leads us to an expansive mindset, miraculous mindset, right? So today we are all going to know about the science of meditation and then we will have another master class, post meditation, about the meditation experiences too. For me, especially, like when I started this journey, right? Yeah, I was into meditation from a very young age, but past 6 years, 6 to 7 years, it has been like, been very regular and consistent in this practice. So when we all start this journey, there is a lot of analytical thinking, right? We all go through this, like, am I in the right place? Am I doing this right? Is this for me? No, this is for the who have retired, only for them. Many questions come to your mind, right? But one thing, what I have noticed, my personal experience, and many of the masters who I expressed is, when we know the science behind it, science of what is happening when we meditate, what all, and the sign, the essential things, the attributes the science brings in this, then yes, we start trusting the process. We start trusting and we try to explore more, right? The curiosity is more in this. So that's what happened to me when I came, when I, the foundation, Chandra sir has beautifully structured the programs. So when we bring all the science, then I started believing firmly and I stayed in this path. So today we'll understand a little bit about the science of meditation, what happens, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the brain waves, right? So before I start, I would like to ask you all, like, what is the difference between a brain and the mind? Right? You can type in chat. What is the difference between the brain and the mind? How do you see it as? Yes, the same thing. Okay. I can see some, yes, brain is physical, mind is spiritual. Okay, brain is physical, mind is non-physical. Hardware, yeah, that is a very common term used, right? Brain is a hardware and mind is a software. Yes, okay, brain is something I consciously use. Mind receives information from the higher source into it, yes, as mind function of the brain. Okay, awesome, very nice. Awesome. Brain process the thought, mind executes the thoughts. Okay. Mind is everywhere, brain is located in human body. Yes. So, yes, rightly said, the brain is the hardware, the mind is the software. Okay. The brain, yes, as we all know, it's a physical organ made of billions of neurons, networks, chemicals, but the mind is invisible, right? But it is a non-physical energy field that uses the brain to think, feel, and create that experience. It's like a moving energy, right? So the brain processes the signal, but the mind gives meaning to them. Yes, that is the first thing. In a very literal, very easy example, what we can relate to is like your brain is like a piano, right? It has these keys, strings, and the mechanism, the whatever that engineering there. But your mind is the pianist choosing what to play, right? So if the if the pianist is, he's playing, he has a bad day and he's playing that very chaotic, not so relaxing, calming notes, then the piano produces that same kind of an effect comes, right? The noise, the stress, the confusion, the tension, everything. So that is how it is. But when the pianist is in a very good, calm, harmoniously is playing, and he produces the beautiful music, Then the music, the piano produces that kind of a music, beautiful music, right? As which brings in that peace, and we go into that, the peace of mind, or we are so joyful state. So that is how it is, right? So let's understand little bit. And every thought, friends, every thought, yes, every thought you think has an it produces it the new neural connections forms in the brain. So whenever you think, it has an electrical signature and also an emotional frequency also. So that's why they say, the neuroscientists, they say that every neuron fires with an electrical impulses. Okay, that's what we call as the brain wave. Okay, so when we think, whenever a thought comes, you have to be, it is for sure that there are these connections forming, the neural, the electrical pattern vibrates at a certain frequency. And the brain wave is according to that frequency. Okay, we'll understand the brain wave. I'll put up a slide now and I'll explain about the brain wave state and what happens when we start meditating also. Yes, otherwise, in which brainwave state we are in, and then what happens. It's like just the waves in the ocean in a very simple language, right? So the waves are sometimes very aggressive, yes, and sometimes very subtle, calm, peaceful. So, like that, these electric impulses are the brain waves in our the what forms because of the thought. Every thought is a energy. Okay, so let me bring up, share my screen. Yes. So before we go into the brain waves and conscious, subconscious mind, before we touch upon those topics, I would like to say now, in these 2 days, yes, the Chandra sir, Rakesh sir have discussed about what are the benefits, what and all we can, how it affects in every area, in every aspect, this meditation, how it is holistic, right? And each main thing here is meditation is holistic. Why we say is it is very, very impactful in physical quotient, emotional quotient, intelligent quotient, manifestation quotient, and spiritual quotient. Yes. So a 40-day, this program is designed in such a way that we will have multiple sessions based on each quotient. Yeah, we'll go deep dive into it. Each quotient we will go into it. Like in physical quotient, why, how it brings the meditation, it brings our state from stress to joy or peaceful, happy, whatever you call it. And then emotional quotient, first thing, even in the sharings, you would have seen masters have explained, right? Instead of start blaming, we blame our either the person or the circumstances or the any kind of an experience, we blame on it. Instead of that, we start taking ownership. We will understand in this 40-day, I vouch that each and every of you, when if you're regular and consistent in this program, you will understand that everything is inside you. Yes, your thoughts and feelings are creating the reality. So from the blame, you go to the ownership mode, right? And then the intelligent quotient, from fixed mind to the growth mind. This is a very common the buzzword, right? From fixed mindset to the growth mindset. We have many other models. They talk about this in motivational speech and everything. Growth mindset, what is fixed? Even in schools, right from kindergarten, they have started this topic, right? But meditation brings it naturally for you. How it brings from fixed mind to growth mindset. We'll understand that in plenty in these sessions. And then the manifestation quotient. one of my favorite topic, manifestation quotient. So from scarcity to abundance, again, your mindset, from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking in every aspect of your life. Okay, so week 3, I guess it is about manifestation quotient, where we'll go deep dive into the topic. And then spiritual quotient, random to purpose driven, just like that, doing it for the sake of doing. To each and everything, even whatever we do, little things, it will be purpose driven for us. And you will understand, you'll get the clarity that what you need to do also. What are your goal? Yes, what is your true thinking, or that goal is just for someone else or for something else? It's not actually yours. All this clarity will come to you because of meditation. So that's why we call that meditation is holistic. It just doesn't restrict to one area. All the areas, all the aspects, it plays a role in all the aspects. It's beneficial there in all the areas, right? So now, yes, the myth is gone now. Lot of awareness, right? From in all age groups now, even from a young child to an elderly person, everyone has this awareness that meditation is not just spiritual, it is scientific, right? And it trains the mind. Only yes, there have been a lot of areas I have explored in my life, the other modalities, but meditation is something by which you can truly say that you are not giving the power to the mind. You have the power and it trains the mind. You train your mind actually. So that is what it is. That is my experience in this path. And understanding our mind. How many of you have always felt these kind of statements coming from somewhere, yes, in your mind? It just pops in. You can do it, but it just pops in. I can't do it. This is not for me. This is not my cup of tea. Yes, just type in chat, yes or no. How many of you have felt many times in your life, like, I can't do this? You are completely equipped with all the skills, all the right resources, but still something kicks in, some part here, it kicks in. Yes, it's not. Yes, someone is saying huge resistance sometimes. Yes, yep, right? So full of limitations. 90% is full of limitations. It can be with awareness or sometimes without awareness too, right? Sometimes we don't even know, somewhere this is there, I need to work on it. That awareness is also not there. It just comes in, and then we just fall prey to that. Yes, we have given away our power to that. So the reality, yes, the reality is no one cares if you do or not. Yes, you will come to that understanding. Just go through this 40-day program. Yes, when mindful, I'll be positive, but sometimes I think can't do it. One participant here is saying, yes, this happens to everyone. Or even before meditation, even my life was like that, right? Lot of beliefs which we have. Where do these beliefs and perception comes? It comes from childhood, what we have developed through the circumstances, through our observation, through our family system, many things. Okay, so it comes through that. There is a separate session on this, the beliefs, limiting beliefs, empowering beliefs, and all that. We will come to that in week 3. So we'll go in detail on that. And perception, I remember in day 1 in Brahmashri Pitama Patriji video, he spoke about this perspective. It's all about your perspective, your perception. For simple example, like if I'm showing this pen, so for some they will say, okay, it's a thin one. Some will say, okay, it's black in color. right? Some might have some other, it's short, it's tall, whatever it is. So it's all about perception. Yes, so we will dive deep into this topic in the coming weeks. And then restless mind, right? Either your mind, it is thinking about the past or about the future. What will happen in future? Should I speak, or what will they think? Yes. So again, it's based on the thoughts a lot. Yes, Ravi sir has entered a lot of negative thoughts every time. Why am I thinking like this? Yes, we all think from where this is coming. Yes, where this is coming. This is not what I want to think, but still, why can't I control them? Why am I'm just getting succumbed to these thoughts, right? And research studies have shown that 50,000, 85 every day, it is like 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts we have. That is the process, that so many thoughts we process. Okay, but in that, the researchers have said, the studies have shown the statistics that 50,000 thoughts, 85% of them are negative. Okay, so that is what it is. So through meditation, we will be able to transcend all this. And then the disconnected mind itself. This is there is a true self. There is a true higher. The true self is that there is higher intelligence which is always ready to help us. But we forget this in our, the life before meditation. It is like that. We forget this, and we are not even aware about it. We restrict ourselves. We are of that infinite potential, and there is unlimited possibilities according to quantum physics. When we go through quantum physics session, you will understand this better. It's not a physical, that is, and we are all that energy, right? But we are not even aware about our true self, I would say. That is our true self, but we are not even aware about it. We don't, so that's a statement we all use. I never thought I will ever do this. I can't believe it happened to me. Blame game again. So that is the disconnected. So usually all this, the restless mind, the disconnected mind, and the limiting mind. So we are in this process mostly. Most of the time, I would say, right? You all agree with me or no? Now, let us move on to the science of meditation. So now we have understood, and in what state, what is our, what we are just aware about, but what we are not aware about. Okay, here, this is the brain to mind mapping. There is three, right? Conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the one mind. They call it the superconscious mind too. That you'll understand during week 2, week 3 sessions. You will understand the quantum energy field. So usually the major part, the neocortex, right, the rational, other thinking brain. So the conscious mind. So it processes. So all the thoughts come from there. Right, that's what we discussed. I discussed just now. The studies show that 85% they have proven that's all negative or repetitive thoughts. Either it is coming from the past or we are worrying about the future, right? And then this limiting mind, the belief, the subconscious mind has the belief system which we form from our childhood. We form certain beliefs. Okay, this can be like this. Okay, and actually 90% that is the trigger, and the subconscious is connected to the body. So that's how from there the trigger comes. Okay, I'm very confident and I have prepared myself well and I'm going to go on stage and perform, but there is some belief system which will trigger from your subconscious and say that no, this is what happened when you were a child. This is one example. This is what happened when you were a child. So then everything, the power is gone. So that's when, though we were completely prepared, we were not able to perform. Or there is a belief system, someone in your professional life, there is a promotion which is waiting for you, but there is a subconscious thinking, a belief system. Oh, this is not my cup of tea. I'm not ready for it. Yes, and those thoughts and the feelings will create the reality. So then we start blaming about either on the person or on the circumstances, the events. So this is what happens. And of course, there is a reptilian brain, which is the survival brain, which is the evolutionary also. Yes, it has come along all the way. So now, meditation and wisdom, right? Meditation and wisdom. It's through this, it has been proven that we can shift the mindset, we can change our reality. Yes, and this too, meditation and wisdom, it goes hand in hand, right? Through this is not just us saying, it has come from many researchers, and also through the survey what we have done in all our programs, right? So that's what Patriji, Chandra sir, they talk about meditation and wisdom through various, like we will be going through the topic through books, through other masters, listening, attending these sessions, or through other masters' experience also. When listening to their experience, all this will come under wisdom. We'll be talking about it. I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow we have a session on that. So meditation both goes hand in hand. So this should be your daily routine. Like you have to meditate regular and consistent, and also how you gain that wisdom. So this too, when you do, there is a change. Yes, there is a change. The transformation begins or happens. It happens, and it is proven in many studies. So now, meditation, here we have this model. When you see this picture, so the conscious mind is here. It's like the what we see, the iceberg, what we see on top of the water, the surface of the water, right? From there, that is what we see. But that is just 10% of what we utilize actually. But many of us were not even aware. We thought it's all there. It is, we are coming, it is there. So now, all the logical thinking, the reasoning, every day, what you do, the willpower, learning, decision making, everything is happening in this conscious mind, right? But there is this, the bigger part of the iceberg, which is not seen and which is under the water. This is the subconscious mind. 90% of who we are is defined by our subconscious mind. Why? Because all the belief system, the thoughts, the routine thoughts, the long-term memory, right? It is all there in that subconscious mind. Routine thoughts, routine feelings, the behaviors, attitudes, habits, everything. We have the perception also, like how you see things, right? One might see like a failure for one, it is like a stepping stone. Okay, I'm going to learn better. Like, okay, in driving classes. So if I'm attending, so the first time when you fail in the assessment test, many will be like, oh, how can it happen to me? But for some person, that perception is different. Okay, this is, I have more hours of practice. Now I'll practice better, right? So the perception, everything, it is from this long-term memory. Everything is there in the subconscious mind, and actually it triggers from there. It triggers from there, and we respond or react to any situation, any experience in our life, or to anyone. the way we answer, everything is from there. Okay, and this conscious mind, subconscious mind, and then the body. So conscious mind, the thoughts, and then the feelings, thoughts and feelings, the feelings and thoughts from the subconscious mind, and then it goes and we produce that kind of an action. That is the reality. That's why we say our thoughts and feelings create our reality. We'll come to that. When you understand the quantum physics principle, you can relate to this very easily. So, what happens when we start meditating, friends? So, meditation, it drops this analytical mind when it is not necessary. Let me rephrase that. Only when it is not necessary. Otherwise, you need your analytical mind if you're doing in your job front, or when if you're studying. Yes, you need to use that. Only when it is not unnecessary, that analytical mind drops and it reprograms this subconscious mind. Let us understand this even better, right? And we'll talk about the brainwave state. Okay, so first we are in this state, the beta, right, and the high beta. High beta is like when you're completely in that stressful situation, anxiety and all that. High beta, this beta is there. These states are in from the conscious mind. And now when you're listening to the sessions, or when I am also talking to you all, I am in this beta state, right? When you go into meditation, or even during your sleep, you enter into this alpha state only during the sleep. So in meditation also, you go deep inside your mind, that is your subconscious mind, and you come to this alpha state, and then theta, and then delta, and then gamma state. Now, when you understand, like, okay, beta, it can be a stress, or it can be the when you're solving some problems, and when we are using your analytical mind here. Then, when you come to the alpha state, which is a very calm and relaxed state. That's why many of us we experience that the first time when we start meditating, we say we felt that calmness, that peace is there now. So it is like, yes, and it is less, the stress is gone and you are entering. Actually, alpha, they say, is the gateway to enter into your subconscious mind. Many other modalities are there also, like the Silva method, and many hypnotherapy and all, where you go until this, you enter, there are ways to enter this alpha state. But in meditation, it goes deeper inside. From alpha, you go to theta, delta, and gamma state, and you will go to that state what is actually required for you at that moment. This I have experienced only through meditation. Okay, so in theta, when you go, all this creative thinking, the intuitive, that my intuition, it says this. That's how many people say, many meditators especially, right? So that is all, it starts in the theta state. Alpha also, you become little, the creativeness is done. In theta, you are highly this creative nature is comes. And especially the creative insight and the insights also, you get those messages, everything in the theta state. And then when you go to the delta state, there it's also called the deep sleep state. And where the healing happens, actually the healing happens. Many they say, like, I felt as if I've slept during the meditation, but actually you're going into the delta state, and lot of healing happens there. They call the deep dreamless sleep also sometimes. So that is delta. And then the gamma states, where you are in that higher state of awareness, and you feel that oneness, that you tap into your infinite potential in the highest level. and the consciousness, with the consciousness. So that is the gamma state. So, like for example, if you can imagine a lake, right? In beta, it's full of ripples, and then so you can't self-reflect much. Only at and very surface level you can do that. But in alpha and theta, the water calms. So the reflection of the truth, your true self actually begins. And in delta, it is very still. The deep healing happens there. It can be in various levels, like it can be a physiological healing, or it can be a mental, emotional healing. Everything happens here. Sometimes they say that I was just crying. I don't know why. I was just crying. It's all that emotional healing, what is happening in the delta state. And then the gamma state, when you start reflecting the light, the bliss, right? I don't know, I heard in one of the batches, day 1 or day 2, that I can't explain. It was so blissful, my meditational experience. That is what happens in the gamma state. Now you all could ask, or there is a question in your mind, why I should know about all this state of brain waves, right? So why? Because these state of brainwaves determine your state of being, your thoughts, your emotions, yes, and in all levels, biological, your emotional, mental state, right? Your state of being. So, and there is something, okay, through meditation, I am able to tap into this deepest level of my mind. I can go into the state and I can tap into my infinite potential. So you will trust the process, right? So that's why we go through this wisdom, to know, or for you all to understand this little bit of science, right, on this. So, yes. So this is how we tap into our different brainwave state. Invariably we are tapping into our infinite potential, right? So that's why many of them, the benefits, whatever we discuss, or the masters you have heard, what they have, I know this, I'm living at the present moment, and I know this is no worry. Now is nothing but no worry, right? How the senior master Sai Sagar sir had explained. So many of the benefits, it's because of this science behind the meditation. What happens when we start meditating? So that's why regularity and consistency also is very, very much important in this process. Like you want to learn driving, or you want to play an instrument, you want to learn to play an instrument, or any new concept or any new subject as a student, at a youngster, or even at your professional level, if you have to learn a new skill or a new talent, you have to invest the time and practice in it, right? The same applies here also, friends, right? When you invest that time and when you are dedicated to that practice, only then you can experience the beginning of the tea in transformation starts itself. So we will talk more about this and our meditational experiences also after our meditation session now, right? So with that, let's start our meditation session. Can I have the slide, please, for the posture? So those who are new to this practice, we are just going to observe our natural breath, inhale and exhale breath. Okay, no forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Yes, just if you are wearing specs or glass, kindly remove them. Your fingers clasped and hands on your lap, and you can see the picture here how the feet is crossed if you're sitting on a chair or a sofa at the ankle level. Or if you're sitting down, it just can be a sukhasana, any comfortable posture. If you want to take a back support, please do take and be comfortable, right? Because when I'm explaining about the meditational experience, I will talk why it is important to have a comfortable posture. And your point of reference uh, to observe your natural breath can be from above your upper lip and below the nostrils, here, this part, to between the eyebrows, anywhere in this, anywhere you can take a as your reference point in between this area. Okay, so some might not be able to observe your breath from here, in between the eyebrow. So then for them, I would suggest, if you're very new, here, just observe your breath from here. You can, when keep your finger here, you can feel, right, your the in breath and the out breath. Sometimes it will be very subtle, the breath will be very subtle. Sometimes it is very, very evident. It's okay. Okay, just take any reference point and observe. I didn't use the word concentrate, focus, no concentration. Just observe, be a witness and observe your breath, and thoughts will come, right? We just saw the study showing that every day we have around 85%, negative thoughts, and of course 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day. So immediately when you close your eyes, it's not like we go into the emptiness state, but by practice we go into that emptiness state, right? So whenever a thought comes, you just observe the thought. Don't crave for the thought, don't be judgmental, don't come to conclusion with the thought too, or don't avert that thought. No craving, no aversion. Just observe the thought and come back and observe your breath. Our job is to come back and observe your breath. 10,000 times let the thought come, 10,000 times come back and observe your breath. Make a strong intention. It's all in perception, what we just saw, the perspective, right? So in this also, when you have a strong intention, this technique, yes, and when you are so open, you will be able to meditate. And we don't say like, okay, we do around 35 minutes to 40 or 45 minutes we do meditation in our session. Let's not come to a conclusion again that 45 minutes I'll be in the meditative state. In that session, you practice in that few seconds or a minute also. If you are going into the emptiness state, that is what we expect. So that is what then the miraculous things happen, right? It's not that every 35 minutes, any senior masters also, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours they sit. It's not like each and every second they are in that state. Of course, through a lot of years of practice, yeah, we go into that. Or for some, it might be just few weeks, but it's all fine, right? So, can we keep hands folded, which is more comfortable? Yes, if you are finding it difficult, it start paining in cross postures, yes, you can do that. Okay, just take a comfortable posture. We will be explaining why we say, clasp your fingers or cross your feet at the ankle level, which I'll do it after this meditation session. I will explain about that. So observe, thoughts come, observe it, and come back and observe your breath. That's all we are going to do. And we will practice a heart elevation process. I think yesterday this topic was done, right? Where is the other slide? Yes, thank you. So, heart elevation process, why heart elevation process is for some who have been practicing for for a long time, or they are comfortable with just that anapanasati meditation, breath mindfulness meditation. Ana is in breath, pana out breath, and sati is being with the breath. Then they can directly go to that also. But this process, it has helped a lot, and research also has shown about the heart brain coherence, which was discussed in day 2, yesterday's session. So anyone have not, you can go and look back at the recording of day 2 to understand this better. Heart Math Institute, especially, they have introduced, they have spoken a lot of benefits through this technique. So when you are visualizing, about that positive, their present, past, or vision of the future, where from which those moments through which you are able to generate that elevated emotions like love, gratitude, joy, compassion, kindness. So when you are able to elevate, that kind of elevated emotion is generating. Then after doing this process, and when you are going and following the breath mindfulness meditation, it's easy to go into that alpha state initially. Then of course, depending on your what is needed, you will go into the different brainwave state. Okay, this is one way to take into a alpha state. Even many other modalities also, they follow this heart brain coherence. So that is why Chandra sir has introduced this in all our programs, that we do this, and many have expressed also. It's easy, heart brain, this heart elevation process, and then going to the breath mindfulness meditation. So that's why. And whenever you feel like low in emotion also, of course you just close your eyes and you can observe the breath, just 1 minute, 2 minute, and you go into that deeper level, the beneficial brainwave state immediately. But otherwise also you can practice this heart elevation process too. It helps a lot. Okay, so let's start our meditation session, friends. So be comfortable, take a comfortable posture, and let's start.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands in your chest area. And resting your attention on your sacred heart. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life. With its higher vibration of love, compassion, kindness, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply imagine to be living an experience of higher emotions of love, deep joy, gratitude. Relive that moment and feel that energy. The more you experience this higher emotions and energy of love, compassion, the more coherent you become. With all things and everyone. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy connected to each other. Yourself to direct this energy, to spread this energy to everyone and everything on this planet, to help them elevate themselves. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Feel. And slowly, let's go into mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends. Observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes empty. The mind is becoming empty. We experience greater emptiness. That calmness inside of you, all around you. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize your thinking, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into the deeper states of calmness, emptiness. As the mind is becoming empty, all that liberated energy is channelized into the present moment. Your body begins to function at its natural best. You develop greater power of thought. Come into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of that calmness, stillness within you as you merge into your breath. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of limitless dimensions, the field of infinite possibilities. The more you are with it, the more you tune in to the abundance of healing energy, empowerment energy, that energy of love, that energy of the mystic, or whatever you can become aware of. Falls into this emptiness of no body, of no thing. or less matter, more emptiness and energy. As the mind is rested, you move away from this matter, your body. You experience that emptiness, energy, the feel of all connection, the field of all wisdom. The more you are in this calmness, emptiness, the more insightful you become, the more connected you become. Merge into the emptiness of yourself, your divine self. Receive your greater mind, that awareness. the more you are with it, the more you experience your intuitive intelligence. The more you develop that acceptance, and the more effortless life becomes. Friend, it's truly a privilege to be experiencing this life, to be exploring consciousness for a greater life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to everything and to everyone? Be grateful to this intelligent universe. To your parents, to your teachers, to your mentors. Deep gratitude to yourself, to your body. Give thanks to this nature, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom. Gratitude to all the people in your life, to everyone. To everything, the technology, the system, the company, the governments. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you open your eyes.
Okay, friends. Hope you all had a wonderful meditation session. So now, let's the right time to talk about the meditation experiences after the meditation, right? So we'll just in a few minutes we'll cover this topic about our meditational experiences, right? So there is something like what we do, like closing our eyes in our meditation, then we gradually follow that with open eyes too. There is a concept of stalker and dreamer in Toltec and Shamanic tradition, which Chandra sir also speaks about in few of his sessions. So what we understand is the stalker is the one who watches their own mind. Okay, so when we meditate, we begin to witness our thoughts, emotions, and all everything, right? And then we no longer identify with anything. We just simply observe, like observing the thought and then come back and observing the breath. So we are just observing them like passing clouds. So that is what it is, the stalker, right? And in neuroscience, what it says is, which corresponds to the neuroscience too, it says the activation of the prefrontal cortex, the seat of the awareness and choice. So what happens every time when we meditate and when we do this, the meditator catches themselves drifting and returns to the breath. So he's coming back, coming back, coming back to the present moment, the now time, the yes. And that awareness, we start carrying it slowly, slowly in our daily life. So that's how the thoughts, even with open eyes, the unnecessary, unwanted, unscientific thoughts reduce, and we come back and strive and we thrive to stay in the present moment. So that is what happens. So through meditation, this is what happens. We become the stalkers of our own mind, gentle watchers of our patterns, right? And then we move to the dreamer state. That is when we go into the deep, deep experiences, when the mind becomes still and the awareness expands, right? So then we enter, when we are entering the theta and the delta and the gamma states, the brainwave states, which I just spoke about, where the subconscious mind is becoming, we go to the deepest level of the subconscious mind. So we understand the realm of possibilities there, the quantum creation there, which we will speak a lot in the upcoming sessions. So this, when awareness deepens and when the meditator, he becomes a dreamer, he explores the vast inner universe, right? So that is what shapes the reality. So that's how the connection is with closed eyes and how the transformation happens, in our daily life, right? So, and also, just stalker means being aware about the known, and the dreamer is going to the deepest level, going into the unknown states. So that is what the true self, which we are not aware about, unknown things. So that is how it is. And many of you would have different kinds of meditational experience, even for the same person. This is for all the beginners. It doesn't mean that every time you sit for a meditation, every time you have the same experience. And also, there will be sometimes no experience at all. Let me remind you all or say this, that no experience is meditation is also an experience. You'll understand that. So when we go when the experiences deepen, and it is all which originate actually from the inner non-physical senses. That is, these are also known as the extrasensory perception. Okay, this happens because of the abundant flow of the energy what we observe, the flow, abundant flow of the cosmic energy into our different bodies. That Annamaya, from Annamaya Kosha, then Pranamaya Kosha, energy body, Manonmaya Kosha, and all that, mental body, emotional body, bliss body. So we transcend and move so we have experiences from all these bodies. So let me share this slide to understand about the meditational experiences. Yes. So on this is, how many of you have felt? You can just type as yes or no in the chat. Is this for me? Am I in the moment? Right? Oh, I'm feeling hungry. Yes, I'm feeling sleepy. Yes, yes. Many of us sometimes, right? Especially for the beginners who have just started this journey, right? So these are all what? Nothing but the thoughts. Yes, the thoughts, what comes in. Okay. So, and slowly this uh, reduces, and finally it goes down to zero, which is that emptiness state. We'll have a separate one session completely on to talk about what is that emptiness, thoughtless state. We will do that. Yes. So, yeah, I can see your answers in the chat. Sometimes, and yes, yes, many of you. And about sleep, let me tell you that sleep is what we just spoke about, right? About it is, we are in the delta state where deep healing happens. Actually, it's a deep sleep state. Okay, so sometimes it's not like you're just falling off and sleeping, right? You are in that posture and you are go to that delta state. So you can now relate to all these experiences, what you see in the slide. You can type in chat how many of you have felt lightness, lightness, or the heaviness, or you feel your body very heavy, or you feel like a feather, it is very so light, your body is light. And sometimes there is heaviness too, right? And yes, sometimes there is this body movements. You will be, you feel like you are moving and that the body is rotating, or your head is rotating, or you're moving in circles, right? These are all, friends, why we explain, why we talk about these experiences is these are all common experiences, and it's okay for anyone to have these kind of experiences, right? Sometimes the heaviness is felt when the energy flow goes in, and when there are some energy blocks, when that energy is trying to move there, sometimes there is heaviness, which I felt a lot during my beginning days. As a beginner, I felt that heaviness. Sometimes there is pain. How many of you have felt pain in some parts, right? Or once I remember I felt when I just began, and I felt as if there is a rock on me. Felt so much of pain, right? It's okay. I mean, there is this, it's just preparing us, for the more and more lighter, the more uh, other experiences. And this is very common, all this lightness, heaviness. And lightness, when you feel when the energy is more smoothly, yes, that energy body feeling also. And the body movements, energy experiences, all this. You feel sleepy. Sometimes many have sleep, I told you, right? The delta state, you feel that deep sleep state there. Heaviness, pain, yes. Movement of body front and back. Most of the time go in trance and feel happy. Yes, good. So Yes, Mridulaji, you feel sometimes the heartbeat increasing for some breaths and then it calms. Yes, because you are moving from the conscious mind, you are moving to the subconscious and into the other brainwave states. So this will happen, right? And then tightness in fingers, feeling pain, we just discussed, feeling sleepy, delta state, and the whirling or the floating sensation. Maybe you are not aware about your body itself, the non-existence of your organs or the parts of the body, and you feel like you are just that floating kind of sensation. How many of you have felt that? Yes, yes. Yes, many of you have expressed that you have felt, right? Felt my head rocking back and forth. Yes. And some people, they feel like you are just moving in circles. It's all okay. And to have, this is all different body experiences, right? And then seeing colors, visions. Yes, it can be based on what you relate to in your day to day life. It can be angels or any teachers, masters, gurus, God, goddesses, right? Different visions or ancestors, and seeing colors. How many of you are seeing colors? How many of you are seeing visions? Yes. So it is fine when we go into the uh, delta or the gamma state, you will see that visions. And of course, seeing colors is a very, very common experience also. And visions which you are encountering, maybe in which you are relating into in your daily life, you will see that kind of visions, because it's all like the higher intelligence is it's communicating with you, right? And yes, Rashmiji, no experience, hardly able to focus. Yes, first you need to just observe, right? There's nothing called focus here. It's okay and it is completely fine. No experience. Some of my meditation settings and even many masters have expressed that they just feel, yeah, they sit and they get up. There is no experience at all and it's perfectly fine. And let me tell you one thing, we, as we say, we need not use our analytical mind here at all, right? Okay, I had this kind of experience, wow, it was so nice. Even that kind of don't crave for any experience, and don't do any aversion, like don't become judgmental, like, no, I'm not able to have any experience, is this for me? That is why we are discussing this here. We might have these all the experience listed out here, but if you see this last point in the slide, no specific experience is also an experience in meditation. Many or few of them leave because they don't have any kind of experience. Again you are just training your mind to be more and more analytical when it is absolutely not necessary, right? Not needed. So you can have some kind of experiences or any kind of experiences which are not listed here also. What we are trying to say is it's all normal, or you might not have any experience, just that you are just practicing. The thought is coming 10,000 times or 20,000 times, and you're just going back and observing your breath. But stick on to that, stick on to the practice, right? And sometimes in the same days the same person is sitting, maybe for two times, morning once they are meditating, and the night it will be a completely a different experience. And some days you might not have any experience, you are just doing this, you're coming back observing the breath, and no experience at all, which is completely fine, absolutely fine, right? So let's not have any expectation. Don't come to any conclusion or judgment, even in the experiences. When other participants they share about their experience too, we are just listening to it and getting inspired or motivated, or that awareness, the wisdom builds that okay, these kind of experiences can come in meditation. Apart from that, we don't compare ourselves. Why am I not having that kind of an experience? Why I am not able, maybe I'm not doing it right. There's no right or wrong, it's your perception, right? Here also the same thing. So when you are doing this practice, the practice is so simple but so profound. You are just observing your thought and then coming back and observing the breath. So you are learning to be in the present moment. Even in your day-to-day life, you are learning to be in the present moment and with lot of awareness, right? And slowly you're training your mind to don't judge, don't not to come to any conclusion, not to crave or avert anything. So you will do that slowly in your day-to-day life. It can be through to a person or to your the circumstances, the event or an experience. So when you do this, that is the transformation, what happens. So then you will experience that peace in your mind, right? So that is what happens. So sometimes, yeah, experience. How many of you have felt, have heard some sounds or smell? Some masters have said this, there is some, they hear a sound, but then they go and they check, was there any kind of, sound someone is making? It was not there. It had come in a meditational experience, right? And then deep feelings. How many of you have felt this? You have felt, there's just the tears flowing from your eyes. You don't know why. You don't have, any answers to that. Or it's just joy, blissful. Many of them have expressed. Can't explain that state at all. You can't express it, what it is actually. So, and again, I reiterate this point, no specific experience is also an experience. So please have patience and stick to the practice. Be regular. That's why it is called a 40-day program. A 40 days needed, for any kind of practice to master that. Yes. So yes, friends. So that was the meditational experience, and also we covered the science of meditation. Yes, and I can see some questions in the chat. Is it okay to change position of feet while in meditation, Vijayaji? Yes, it's okay. I mean, don't do it often. If you're really feeling that uncomfortable, then slightly you can change your position. It's fine. That's what we say, that be in a comfortable posture. Okay. And Ridulaji, I think I've explained. I felt my heartbeat raising, increasing in some, then it became calm. It is a very normal experience. Many of us go through this. And movement of body and all that. And yes, no experience, again, just trust the process. Sit with a strong intention that yes, I am going to have a good meditation today. That's all. And then you don't use your analytical mind there. You don't judge your meditational experience too. That is the key. Some sensation between the eyebrows, Swatiji. Yes, congrats. Yes, you will. This Agnya Chakra here, and you will feel that sensation. It is a common and experience. That's fine. So, a certain direction that is more beneficial to meditate? No. Anywhere, anytime. Any age, yes. So it's not like a certain direction, nothing like that. Any place, anywhere. It doesn't matter, yes. Can I scratch my nose if I am dying to? Yes, you can, sure, it's fine. Okay, very nice. Ganesh, meditation is an experience I cannot express in words. You have to do meditation. Yes, your experience, your own experience is unique. Take it that way. Okay, we just listen to others' experience just to have that awareness, that to have that wisdom, and to feel motivated and inspired also. Right? Apart from that, there is no comparison. Yes, we don't do that. And don't become judgmental also. Don't come to any conclusions. Fine. I think we have an announcement. If Sai Garu or Bharat can post a foundation number and even the email ID in the chat.
Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you. Friends, you have any queries or you want to share anything, you can approach us through the number which will be posted in the chat now, right? Or you can email us too. And your facilitators, I hope you all of you are in a presence WhatsApp group, so you can your facilitators will be posting about a personality assessment. Okay, I would highly recommend, rather we would highly recommend you all to take that assessment, spend some time and take that assessment, and especially when you are a beginner, and then you will just become aware. That awareness will come in you, like what is happening when you see the question and when you answer them, that awareness will be there. And then we will be sending in around end of week 3 and second personality assessment. Then when you do that assessment, the second assessment, you can see the transformation, the benefits what you have had if you were not aware about it too. So it will help you a lot. This is for you especially, right? So please request you all to take some time and attempt the assessment. Okay, and where can we obtain the recordings of these sessions? Sharonji, Buddha CEO app. In the app, and you will have a course called Presence, the program name. So you need to just go and register there, and then you will get all the recordings. But allow the team to for few hours, for them to upload the recording in the app. So and then we have our YouTube also, Buddha CEO Live 1 YouTube channel, where the recordings will be there. In app, it is more preferable because it will be like session wise. We will upload, day wise and then session wise, like the wisdom talk, and then the meditation track will be separate, and then the sharing and Q&A will be separate, and all the wisdom notes, all the resources also will be there in the app. Okay, and also yes, any other announcement, Nidhi or Bharat?
No, sir. No.
Ma'am, there are questions in Q&A.
Okay, I think I answered. I'll just see. And the app doesn't respond sometimes, Pratiksha ji. You need to just log out and then log in to the app. It works. So just try that, or please approach your facilitator. We have an app team also. The technical team also will help you with it. Okay. where to find recordings in the app, Apurva ji, in the app, if you can see a cohort which says presence, the program name will be there. You have to click on it and there will be a register button. You have to just click register and then you will be able to see all the recordings there. Just try it out. Yeah. And then you can, anytime you can get back to your facilitators. Any questions, anything, sharing also, please get in touch with your facilitators. They will be ready to help you, support you in all means. Yeah.
Ma'am, there are
Yes.
questions I will read
Yes, Bharat.
in Q&A. Is it okay if one feels comfortable in doing meditation in lying down position? From Braja Mohan.
Yes. Lying down, it is okay, but we say for someone who have any kind of physical ailment, right, and they are not able to sit and do, then we would say it's fine for them to lie down, right? Even in our advanced retreat and all, we have some portion of the meditation where they will be guided to lie down. But otherwise, especially when you are when you are a beginner, we would request you to sit and do, because lying down you will go into the sleep, right? That is how we have been conditioned, that yeah, you're lying down, yeah, you go into that state. So unless if there is any nothing wrong in lying down and doing, many they do that also, but sit down and do, especially if you are a beginner in this journey. Yeah, especially for chronic ailment patients, we tell them to lie down and meditate, because the physically the body is not supporting in that way, then it's fine.
And one more question from other person.
Yes, Bharat.
Ma'am, I don't want to be suffer of my past and about my future. I want to be in just present. I want to be myself without comparing others. I want to enjoy the present moment. Is it possible with meditation?
Of course, it is possible. You ask any of our masters here, past participants, they would all say yes, because that's what I say. This thought comes because of the disconnected mind, what we just spoke in this session, right? We are not aware about our true potential, right? And you have a very strong intention. So please stick on, be regular and consistent these 40 days. You will see the change. And of course, it is possible. Yes, I guess it's going to be 7:30 in India. Okay. So I think that's it for today. We'll wrap up the session for today. Heartfelt gratitude to each one of you and to the team as well for joining us today. So we'll meet you tomorrow. Just a sincere request to be regular, trust the process, trust this path, and continue this 40-day presence journey. Yes, and anything and everything, you have your facilitator, you can approach them, and any of our team member too. Thank you everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nidhi ma'am.
I promise in this moment to keep